Ecchi Anime, a world where boundaries are pushed, clothes are optional, and almost every character you see is blushing. And sometimes we might even see the banned tradition of hand-holding. Oh goodness, how lewd. But now, all you need but to do is hold on tight as we dive into the wild, the hilarious, and the sometimes eyebrow-raising world of anime that boldly ventures into the realm of ecchi content. Because as of today, I welcome you to the top 10 most aggressive ecchi anime to watch out there. So without further wasting your time, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So to kick off our list, we have Super H Eros at number 10. An anime where the battle against alien invaders takes a backseat to the battle against, losing one's clothes, of course. In this masterpiece of an anime, high schoolers don't just fight extraterrestrial threats. They battle them while wearing costumes that seem to defy the laws of fabric. Now picture this with me. Earth is under attack by aliens who suck out humanity's H energy, leaving people feeling a bit, uninspired, let's say. But fear not, because our heroes have a solution. They transform into H Eros, warriors who harness the power of, you guessed it, erotic energy. Yep, that's it. That's exactly what it is. When the world is at stake, what better way to fight than with a sprinkle of romance and a whole lot of, creativity. The ecchi genre in H Eros isn't just a side note here, it's the main event. Clothes seem to vanish quicker than ice cream on a summer day, and the character's ability to stay dressed during battles is almost as impressive as their superpowers. It's like a game of how much skin can you show while saving the world? And the answer is usually, a lot. H Eros isn't just an anime, it's a hilarious ecchi-filled adventure that proves that sometimes the best way to save the world is with a hearty laugh and a well-timed flash. Up next at number 9, we have 7 Mortal Sins. Now, this is an anime that proves that even in the afterlife, wardrobe malfunctions are a serious concern. This show is like a roller coaster ride through the circles of hell, with a twist of comedy, a sprinkle of the devilish charm, and a generous splash of, let's call it creative clothing design. Picture this. Angels and demons battling it out in epic fashion, but instead of focusing on their celestial powers, the animators decided to highlight their marvelous abilities to lose their clothes. It's as if the fabric industry in the underworld is going bankrupt. Every episode feels like a magical game of how many strategically placed objects can cover the characters. And spoiler alert, the answer is usually not many. But hey, who needs armor when you have plot lines as thick as, let's just say the plot lines are interesting. In 7 Mortal Sins, gravity seems to have a special grudge against clothing, and physics takes a back seat while hilarity drives the car. If you ever wondered what happens when a dress code is enforced by chaos itself, this anime has all the answers, so if you are interested in watching this, then buckle up. Or don't, considering the lack of buckles. And get ready for a wild, ecchi adventure that's as entertaining and revealing as the anime is itself. And after that, at number 8, we have Makenki, an anime where high school becomes a battlefield. But instead of weapons, the students are armed with supernatural abilities and an uninspiring lack of modesty. In this anime, the line between education and fan service is blurrier than in the animation of Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 1. Meet the main character of the show, the luckiest guy alive, surrounded by a wave of beautiful girls with powers called Makens. Think of it as Hogwarts, but with fewer magic wands and more magical transformations that conveniently shred clothes. These students don't just fight, they battle in outfits so strategically designed that it's a wonder they don't have a degree in fashion engineering. Makenki takes the ecchi genre and cranks it up to 11 out of 10, providing more steamy situations than a sauna convention. Clothes seem to disintegrate faster than peanuts in the hands of Anya Forger. Peanuts! And the character's ability to find themselves in compromising positions is nothing short of an Olympic-level achievement. But it's not just about the ecchi scenes, the humor in Makenki is as sharp as the character's blades. The anime is a hilarious blend of action, comedy, and of course, creative clothing destruction. And if you ever wondered what it's like to attend a school where uniforms are optional, Makenki is here to give you an education in ecchi hilarity. So be sure to go and watch it. Then at the 7th spot on this list, we have Mother of the Goddess Dormitory. Now here, student housing is more than just a little cozy. It's a crash course in awkward situations and masterclass in accidental intimacy. This anime takes the ecchi genre and turns it into a sitcom of divine proportions. Meet the main character, a young lad who finds himself surrounded by a wave of beautiful goddesses. Now it feels like I have said this before, huh? Well, that's because I probably have. Anyways, the goddesses have their own quirks and, let's say, distinctive personalities. Living in a dorm full of divine beings might sound like a dream, but when your daily life includes accidental barging in on bathing incidents and a level of awkwardness that could power a small city, it's more like a hilarious nightmare. And in the real world, a massive fine of peeping Tom charges. The show's charm lies in its ability to take everyday situations and infuse them with a divine comedy. From misunderstandings that could rival Shakespearean dramas to situations that make you wonder if the laws of physics apply differently in this dorm, Mother of the Goddess Dormitory keeps you laughing, blushing, and shaking your head in disbelief. So if you're looking for something like this, then be sure to give this one a try. Then after that, we have The Testament of Sister New Devil at number 6. Now here in this anime, demonic battles and awkward teenage hormones collide in a whirlwind of chaos that leaves viewers wondering if they accidentally stumbled into a supernatural spa with, well, minimal clothing requirements. This anime isn't just ecchi, it's ecchi on roids or perhaps magical potions. Meet the main character, the luckless lad. Oh boy, here we go again. Who discovers that his new step-siblings are succubi, devilishly alluring creatures with, let's say, unconventional domestic habits. And then here add a dash of magic, a dash of action, and a whole bucket full of fan service. And you've got a recipe for an anime that could double as a sauna due to all the steamy encounters. The Testament of Sister New Devil proves that when it comes to supernatural battles, clothes are clearly optional. I mean, who needs them anyways, right? The character's attire seems to vanish faster than the top half of Gojo Satoru. Sorry about that one. It's like they have a magical tailor on standby, and sharing their clothing disintegrates at the slightest provocation. But beyond the strategic censoring in ecchi situations lies an anime that doesn't just tickle your funny bone, but jabs at it with a freaking sledgehammer. The humor here is as sharp as ever, and the action is intense as well, making the show a roller coaster ride of laughter, blushes, and eye-popping moments. So if you're looking for an anime that delivers on both laughs and probably revealing outfits, look no further. Sister New Devil has got you covered. Or, maybe not, if you know what I mean. Now at number 5 is none other than our beloved anime, Kiss X Sis. This anime redefines sibling rivalry as we know it. In this charming tale, we follow our protagonist, a high schooler whose life gets turned upside down when his two stepsisters develop a level of affection that's, well, slightly unconventional. It's like a romantic comedy, but with a twist. And by a twist, I mean a tangled mess of limbs and questionable boundaries. This show takes the loving sibling idea to new heights, or perhaps depths, depending on your perspective. Now I have a great idea. Let's go ahead and imagine a love triangle here. Let's imagine a love triangle where all the angles are acute, then obtuse, and just plain wrong. The ecchi genre here isn't just as a label. It's a commitment, okay? Expect more suggestive situations than a game of charades at a mime convention, okay? Kiss X Sis manages to balance the thin line between hilarious and cringeworthy, delivering moments that will make you laugh, facepalm, and then laugh again because, let's be honest, it's so absurd you can't help but chuckle. So if this is your cup of tea, buckle up for a roller coaster of romantic confusion, cringe, and stuff that's so baffling that it's oddly entertaining. Then coming up at number 4 is Monster Musume. No, I'm not going to say the whole title. It's long as hell. Anyways, this is an anime that asks the burning question, what happens when you mix a dating sim with a zoo filled with mythical creatures? The answer? Pure, utter chaos. And it's ridiculously, hilariously fantastic. In the show, humans aren't content with regular old romance. No, they want relationships that come with scales, feathers, and an extra set of eyes, and limbs perchance. Monster Musume here takes the phrase, love is blind, to a whole new level here. Love might just have wings, a tail, or an insatiable appetite for chaos. The ecchi genre here has never been more creative. If you thought your dating life was complicated, if you have one that is, by God, I want one so bad. Imagine juggling a centaur, a lamia, and a harpy all crying for your affection. It's like a bizarre rendition of Noah's Ark, except instead of animals, it's a Noah's Ark of supernatural crushes. But fear not, for amidst the madness, there's genuine hilarity. The show dives headfirst into the absurdity of interspecies relationships, leaving no stone, or rather, no mythical creature, unturned. So if you are a weirdo like me, this one, you probably most definitely will like. After that, welcoming us to the top 3 of today's list is To Love Ru. Now here, intergalactic adventures meet romantic misadventures, and let's just say, the universe isn't the only thing expanding here. This anime takes the concept of out of this world to a whole new dimension, and that dimension happens to be one filled with hilarious chaos and more accidental nudity than a Scooby-Doo chase scene. And that's where we meet the main character, a high school boy whose life goes from ordinary to extraordinary. And by extraordinary, I mean extraordinarily awkward when he finds himself surrounded by an alien harem. Is there one main character in this list who is not lucky? Imagine being in a room full of cats, but replacing the cats with alien princesses. And instead of fur, there's a lot of skin. Yes, this show has mastered the art of the strategically placed censor bar. To Love Ru doesn't just cross the line of the ecchi genre, it jumps over it. Every episode feels like a game of how many embarrassing situations can we squeeze into 20 minutes. Spoiler alert, the answer's a lot. From accidental groping to teleportation mishaps, this anime proves that in the world of extraterrestrial encounters, modesty is often left light years away. To Love Ru is a riotous, cheeky, and surprisingly heartwarming watch. Just remember to keep your eyes on the plots or you might miss it. And by miss it, I mean behind all the strategically placed steam and conveniently placed objects, if you know what I mean. So be sure to watch it. But the runners-up of today's list is Yuna in the Haunted Hot Springs. Now this is an anime that takes the concept of haunted houses to a whole new level. And that level is, well, bubbling with questionable paranormal activity. Meet the main character, a high school student with the unique ability to see ghosts. And instead of being haunted, he decides to live in a hot springs inn. But little does he know that the resident spirits are not your average type. Yuna, the lovely but mischievous ghost, turns the inn into a delightful chaos of supernatural silliness and, of course, steamy encounters. In this anime, clothes seem to have a life of their own, especially when hot water is involved. It's like every time the characters take a dip, their attire decides, oh, this is a great time for a vacation for me too, and just disappears. The ecchi genre here isn't just a theme, it's a lifestyle. And the characters navigate through it with a mix of confusion and enthusiasm that's as entertaining and revealing as it is. With more unexpected ghostly appearances than a Scooby-Doo episode and enough bath-related mishaps to fill a comedy goldmine, Yuna in the Haunted Hot Springs is a delightful, cheeky romp that proves that even in the afterlife, things can get hilariously steamy, and an anime that folks like us will definitely enjoy. But the top spot of today's list goes to none other than High School DxD. This is an anime where angels and demons aren't the only things soaring to heavenly heights. This anime takes the ecchi genre to the next level, and by next level, I mean it's so ecchi that it should come with a caution, you're in for a bumpy bouncy ride disclaimer. In the show, the main character is, yep, you guessed it, a lucky high school student. But he's not busy studying for exams. He's grappling with supernatural forces and some, let's say, otherworldly assets. He gets recruited by a demon and is suddenly thrust into a world of devilish intrigue and ample bosoms. If you ever want to watch an anime where the characters' power levels seem to be directly proportional to the amount of clothing they've misplaced, High School DxD here is your jam. This show makes even physics blush, defying the laws of gravity with more bounce per ounce than a trampoline park. High School DxD is the perfect blend of cheeky comedy and, well, cheeks. It's pure ecchi-tainment at its most uplifting. So be sure to give this one a try if you, surprisingly, have not yet already. And there you have it, folks, our epic journey through the top 10 aggressive ecchi anime to ever exist. But before you go, be sure to leave a like and press on the subscribe button. And also leave a comment about your favorite ecchi anime down below in the comment section, and I will be sure to read it. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.